Hello, everyone, and welcome to TV&D. Thank you to the Ruckus for joining us live on Twitch and everyone watching in the future on our YouTube channel. This is our show. It's our best effort to combine our love of television and our love of fantasy role-playing. I'm Ryan. I'm the Game Master here, as always, with my co-hosts, Eli, Carolyn, and Tony. You guys wave.
Oh, we already have a good blurb.
We're waving.
We already have a good blurb.
Great.
I could reminder only I can hear the blurb. So if you see me laughing, that's all you need. Nobody else can hear it. I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
It's truly the constant.
Seeing you laugh gives me joy, so it's just as good as me hearing it.
It's a 50-50 shot. It's a blurb or I've said something dumb. So joining us this week for our Bob's Burgers campaign is Will Campos from Dungeons and Daddies.
Yeah,
Will, thank you so much for playing with us.
Oh, I'm so glad to join. I do want to raise one issue, though. Is I was told I was going to be the bald guy with a beard on the podcast, and I was lied to. So Eli, you got to get the fuck out, man. I'm sorry.
You're in the nerd. You're in the nerd sphere. This is all of us. This is about 50%. You gotta.
Yeah.
You know,
a group of bald bearded guys is called a podcast.
You have to get glasses. Are you sure you don't need glasses? You might
hold on. Here we go.
Yeah, okay, now.
One of us.
Now this is D&D. Yeah, I just blend in, and if you're like a secret agent on assignment in Bushwick, Brooklyn, this is it, baby. No one looks at you.
We're sending you to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Be at the Javits Center at 0800 hours.
Yeah.
So, as I mentioned earlier, this is the finale of our Bob's Burgers campaign. That said, if it's your first time here, all of our episodes are very self-contained, but you can go back and watch the old ones on our YouTube channel after this. So Eli, you are playing Bob as like a burger alchemist, right?
Mm-hmm, burger chemist.
A burger man.
Grill chemist. Grill chemist.
Oh, that's good.
Thanks.
Tony, you are Linda as a ranger?
Linda Belcher as a ranger.
All right.
All right.
And Carolyn, I think we've established Jean as like a goo wizard.
I'm Jean, the goo wizard.
Oh, Jean, come on. There's better names than that.
And Will, who did you choose?
Tonight I'll be playing the part of Bobby, Bob's best friend, and just the biggest Bob's Burgers fan in the world. To get into character today, I brought my Bob's Big Boy mug, which you can see right here. I'll be drinking out of, and hold on, I have one other surprise.
Oh,
yo, Teddy! It's Teddy in the flesh.
I have to wear Teddy's trademark outfit, so I'm very excited to join everyone.
Did you say a Bob's Big Boy?
Wait, Tony, you have one.
Wait,
too.
what? Everybody has this.
Wait, wait. Hold on. I'm also repping the Bob's Big Boy shirt underneath. So
Okay,
we got a whole lot of Bobs going on.
Well, if you give me 5 minutes, I could run to the garage and I could grab the Bob's Big Boy only parking sign that I stole from the Wilshire, Los Angeles Bob's Big Boy before it was demolished about 12 years ago.
I mean,
I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is.
It's like a burger chain and donuts with a very recognizable Big Boy.
Did you ever see Austin Powers? When the spaceship he launches off in is a Bob's Big Boy.
Oh.
It's just kind of a part of American culture, you know? But
yeah,
people call me, I didn't invent this nickname, but sometimes people, as a joke, my friends call me the Big Boy. So then one of them bought me this coin bank, which is definitely filled with black mold. I haven't opened it because I think it would release the spores. But yeah.
All right, gang, are we ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, everyone. I want everyone to imagine the Wharf. It's the docks area of our fantasy TV&D setting, where all the characters from all of our campaigns exist together. Across the street from Bob's Burgers is Jimmy Pesto's Ye Old Pizzeria, owned and operated by Bob's rival Jimmy Pesto. Lately, business has been good for Jimmy. Pesto has introduced a new pizza, and the whole Wharf has gone crazy over it. Bob, you have like frequently looked out your window to see a huge line coming out of the pizzeria, and when you don't, you see people with slices walking clean by your restaurant, and that's probably driving you a little nuts, right?
Yeah. I don't I was like, it's the same stuff. Well, I gotta get my Bob voice back. Oh god. Like, it's the same. If you think about it, it's the same stuff. It's just everybody thinks it's fancy because it's round, but it's just tomatoes and cheese and bread. I stack it. He doesn't stack it. That doesn't just come here. I don't understand.
Yeah,
it.
that's true, Bob. You tell him. You tell him, Bobby.
Yeah, thanks, Teddy. You don't go over there. I never see you over there. I appreciate that.
I've never been over there. I wasn't over there. I didn't eat any pizza today. I haven't had any of the pizza. I never beat. Why are you getting mad at me, Bobby? Why are you asking me so many questions? I didn't eat any pizza. Forget about it.
All right. Well,
Gene
Teddy, you're
waltzes
doing
up.
that thing where you kind of lean into something so hard that it's less convincing.
This isn't grease. This isn't pepperoni grease. I was working on a car, and orange grease came out of the car. It was a very complicated car.
You know,
Stop asking me questions, Bobby.
Unbelievable.
All right, okay.
He's so trustworthy.
So that answered all the other questions in my notes. Okay, so now I want everyone to imagine we see Jimmy Pesto making his way through his own restaurant. It's filled to the brim with patrons. You know, we see him like shaking a coin purse. He's doing finger guns at people at their dinner tables. And eventually he makes his way out of the dining room and into what appears to be a sinister, shadowy like temple with these arched ceilings and statues looming. He makes his way over to a bubbling black cauldron saying, "Hey, they said not to make a deal with an evil pizza deity to improve business, but this is going great. I thought for a second there'd be some sort of dark price to pay for all of this." We switch to...
Is the cauldron filled with cheese?
Yeah, maybe.
It's fondue cauldron.
Is he gonna be annoyed?
We switch to a first-person perspective as something rises from the cauldron, towering over a now frightened and shaking Jimmy Pesto. This deep voice bellows from whatever perspective they're in with, "There is," and then a scream, and we cut to black.
I'm just imagining the Noid still, so.
So what do we're observing from across the street, right?
You did not see that.
I know, but what's happening?
So we are back at Bob's Burgers. Everyone is in their usual spots. Bob and Linda, you're behind the counter. Teddy, you're probably in your regular stool.
Bob
Gene,
probably is
maybe
just peering out the blinds, being like, he's probably got an evil deity over there. Or something.
I should probably, I probably should open the blinds. It's not good business. But I like
Gene,
to
where are
spy.
you? Maybe-
How am I supposed to spy,
maybe-
Linda?
Gene, are you maybe like coming out of the bathroom or something?
Yeah, Gene's
That's where
coming out
Gene
of the
lives.
bathroom looking real proud, and then like realizes that he didn't wash his hands, and like turns around real proud and goes back in to wash his hands, and then washes his hands, and then comes out real proud.
Yeah,
with, like
Linda
drops of
hands him
water,
soap
like
and he goes back to wash the second time with the soap.
yeah.
I just see him come out and go right back and like, Jesus, Gene, going back for seconds. What are you eating?
Whatever you feed me, Dad.
Ugh.
Not pizza, which is probably important.
Or salad from this last episode as well.
Right. So the door to the restaurant swings open. You hear the familiar little bell, and it's Tina and Louise, and they're holding slices of Jimmy Pesto's pizza, like just sort of like gooping over. It's like that Ninja Turtles pizza. And they look like they're trying to hide it from you, Bob, as you stay like sort of like behind their backs. But also more importantly, they don't look well. They are a little pale, a little sweaty, looking a little rough. What's your reaction?
Louis,
The girls they look so guilty. They're pale with guilt. It's because they got that pizza, Bobby. I'll go throw it out for them. Here, girls, give me the pizza. And then Teddy goes to take the pizza from them.
like, Louis, Tina, you can't hold stuff behind your back. You're not even doing it right. Yeah, I could see it. It's beside. You need to hold it directly behind you if you're gonna hide the pizza from me. You're kind of just holding it off to the side a ways. That's what Tina's like, holding it out here and doing it wrong.
It's because they wanted to get caught, Bobby. They wanted to get caught, and they wanted someone to take this pizza away from them.
Is that true, Tina?
Tina sort of like doesn't respond. She has sort of like a zombie like glaze over her entire face. And she looks at you, Bob, makes eye contact before finally just going, "Don't be mad," and then explodes.
Like Dad?
Gene goes, Tina, playing it cool, and then a big finish. I love it. 10 out of 10.
Gene, your sister just exploded.
Brian, can you
Tina and
define
Louise.
explodes?
Like blood and viscera?
Tina and Louise have exploded into and become horrible Lovecraftian pizza monsters. Half human child, half goopy mozzarella tentacle beast.
Oh, my babies. Oh, no, the pizza monsters. Oh, Bob, no.
I was trying to figure out if I should be mourning for a minute there. I was like, my children just died. I was like, oh.
Bobby, there's no time for that now. We gotta fight the pizza monsters, Bob. Your children are dead. We gotta move on. We gotta move on with our lives.
We don't know,
Teddy.
Teddy. They might be they might be still in the monsters. That's what they always say in the movies. They're like, oh,
right,
you know,
right, yeah.
maybe under the cheese. Like if we peel back the cheese, it's just regular Tina. You know,
are they being aggressive to us?
They're sort of like aimlessly causing damage around the restaurant.
Okay,
Tina, stop causing damage. Stop causing damage around the restaurant.
Jean is going to cast level 2
detect
ooze
magic
form, become a living ooze jelly for 20 minutes, and then try and envelop them both to protect them and the store from harm.
Jean, the ooze is not making things cleaner. We had a rule: only ooze outside of the restaurant.
So Jean envelops.
Rules are meant to be broken, Dad.
Well, no.
As he like oozes up.
Monster Tina and Monster Louise are enveloped into this giant goo Jean jelly, sort of like a gelatinous cube, just sort of like waiting within the goo. Linda, maybe you finally make your way over and open the blinds finally, and you can see that the entire outside of the wharf has gone full post-apocalyptic movie. Horses are running wild, a stagecoach has turned over and on fire. There are pizza monsters wandering the streets, and most importantly, Jimmy Pesto's restaurant has transformed into a terrifying, beyond description pizza tower up against a blood red sky looming above you.
Is that like
oh my gosh!
Zone? Okay.
It's like 10 Pizza Huts stacked on top of each other. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna be sick.
It's Teddy, you're right. It's like a pizza pagoda, which is what that would look like. 10 Pizza Huts stacked.
Jean's gooey eyes go to the horses in the overturned carriage, and he says, "This was a bad week for the horse races to come to town."
Jean, are you drunk?
Linda looks over and sees that Jean has accidentally absorbed all of the wine just through up.
Oh God, Jean, the ooze went into the freezer. We don't even have a liquor license yet. That was illegal what you did for multiple reasons. You're also a child.
Linda's going like, "Oh, my babies!" And you see she runs to the wine instead of the cake.
So Tina and Louise have turned into pizza monsters. It appears that all of your neighbors have turned into pizza monsters, and it seems very clear that whoever is responsible is within the Jimmy Pesto's Pizza Tower. What do you do?
All right. Well, we can't bring Tina and Louise with us because they're doing whatever they're doing. And I know I promised I'd never say this to you again, Linda, but I think we need to lock the children in the basement.
I have a rule for a reason, but today I will make an exception.
So, Jean, do you think you can slide down there and let them out?
The one thing we didn't want to happen.
To the basement. Just
I'll be right back, Dad.
Jean,
come on,
please.
Girls, we're going for a ride.
Jean, please narrate how bringing them into the basement and what conversation you maybe have with them.
Jean goes down to Jean goes and opens up the door to the basement and kind of turns away from it so the back of his goo form is to it, and then just like pushes really hard and squeezes and just screams like, "I'm sorry!" And they're like, "Oh!" And then he goes, "I love you! I'm sorry! I'll get you good presents this year if I remember." And then they like fall down the stairs and he slams the door shut, and then he's there against with his back to the door, panting, covered in goo, and somehow his shirts and pants have come off, and he's just in tidy whities.
Yeah, I'm just
Linda
turning
has a little soap dispenser and puts soap into your hands.
Yeah, I was like, Teddy, I'm
Thanks, Mom, and he pats them on his eyes and goes, "Ah!"
Remember, Gene, wash for 20 seconds each hand. 20 seconds.
Like, Teddy, I'm sorry you had to see that.
No, that's okay. Gene's always been a pretty disgusting boy. Here's what I think we should do, Bob. I think we should board up the windows, and we can all start a new life in the restaurant. We'll be like a new family. I'll be the new Tina and Louise, and I'll be your children, along with Gene, and it'll just be fine. We'll start a new civilization.
Teddy,
My new brother. I can't wait.
Teddy, I've told you I can't adopt you. It's not legal, and I don't have the funds, really. I love having you around, but
I can be a common law child. It'll just be a common law situation. If it's just, adoption is 9/10 of the law, and so is possession. And I'm just very stressed out. Someone else. Bobby, tell me what to do.
No, just Teddy. Why don't you just calm down? But here, let me check my burger stash. What I have? Can I give Teddy a sleep burger to try to calm him down? It's like, here, Teddy, Teddy.
You may.
Here, just eat this. Eat this. Here, it's your favorite type of burger. It's got everything you like.
It's got the sleeping pills in it, right? I'll take the edge off.
We'll wake you back up, but you just need to level out a little bit.
So I take I hork the burger down in like one giant bite. And
yeah, I make like a sleep slider, so it doesn't it's more for anxiety. Yeah.
Take 2 and call me in the morning, right?
Yeah. Teddy, we're kind of spiraling there for a second. A little bit looking into the abyss. We talked about you got to not look into the abyss.
Yes, and now I'm going to look into your eyes and do whatever you tell me to do.
Linda sidebars with Bob saying, common law boy. Oh, but Bob, I miss our kids. Tina and Louise, it feels like we haven't seen them in 3 episodes. Maybe we should go rescue them somehow by climbing this pizza tower.
Yeah, we do not want them to be whatever they are anymore. All right, well, we got to have a plan of attack. Does anybody have a napkin or something I can try to draw out a strategy?
I've got some leftover goo.
Gene, I can't write on goo.
Gene smears his goo across the floor, the linoleum tiles, and then sketches out a crude but surprisingly clever plan to enter the pizza tower across the street.
Wow, Gene, I mean, we definitely have pens, but this is impressive. Can you explain? There's some characters I don't recognize. What's the plan?
Go around the back, Dad.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay. So yeah,
I'd like to go around the back of the pizza tower and see if there's a back entrance that we can get in there from.
Sure. Gene, you've played in that alley before back there. Whether you were supposed to or not, you know that there's a door back there. It's where Jimmy Vesso brings the garbage and where you can grab garlic knots.
Yeah, exactly.
From the trash.
I've literally had the word garlic knots playing on repeat in my head since you booted up this episode. So yes.
So you do know that there is the garlic knot door.
Yeah. Follow me to the garlic knot door. We'll have to sneak across the street.
Wait, Gene, what did you call it?
The GKD.
What? Are you eating the garbage again? Gene, we can't eat garbage.
Garlic, garbage, smells the same to me. Let's go. And then he walks out the door.
Gene, you're such a cool older brother. I really look up to you. I hope you can teach me all sorts of cool older brother stuff, like how to name doors after trash.
Yeah, stick with me, kid. I'll show you the ropes.
Teddy, even if we adopted you, which, to be clear, is not going to happen, why are you younger than Gene? You're like,
well, he's been in
how
the
old are you?
Longer than I have. He's been the brother longer, so I'm the younger brother. That's how it works.
How old are you, Teddy? I've never asked.
Oh, a lady never tells, Bob. A lady never tells.
I'm just like looking at you really like closely, trying to figure it out based on like wrinkling and stuff.
I'm 23, Bob.
Oh God, Teddy.
I think with that we smashed you.
You shouldn't eat burgers. You need to fix your diet.
So that's where, of course, the act break is in Bob's Burgers. Where I would like to remind you, if you subscribe to our channel right now, you can get some of the cool emotes that Eli made and just recently got approved. Ooh. And that chat is showing you down over there now.
Yeah, check the emotes out.
So hey, maybe consider that. Thank you,
There
Janice,
they
for showing
are.
off the great emotes.
There's my
Oh,
cat.
Taylor, thanks for
Thank
subscribing.
you, Taylor Cock.
Hey, Taylor.
Hey, Taylor. Taylor's a writer at Venn.
Well, thank you for the subscription.
He's great.
Thank you for all.
Oh, Dwebbles, holy shit.
Dwebbles.
Give
Thank you
subs.
so
much.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Thank you.
All right.
And Bish Puddin'.
And the hype train just started.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Bish, and Bish Puddin'.
With the new Poggers emote.
The
Pog
Komodo hype?
Blizzard. Yeah, Komodo hype. Let's go.
Yeah, and Bish Puddin' subscribe with Prime. You might have a Prime sub and not even know it. If you have Amazon Prime, you have a free subscription at the top right.
We'll
For
take
free.
those Bezos bucks.
Bezos bucks.
Thank you, everybody. Okay, so getting back into it, we find ourselves outside of Bob's Burgers. We are on this like post-apocalyptic street. The big thing is that there, obviously the big pizza tower on the other side of the street. There is a burning coach over here. There's garbage flying across the area. It's clear some seagulls have also become pizza monsters, and they look treacherous. But not as treacherous as the hordes of your friends and neighbors moving about the wharf, as they're giant because they're just there's a lot of them in like a horde moving about, just sort of making the like blah, 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 and they look the same as like Tina and Louise. Tendrils of mozzarella, melting flesh, which is like hopefully pepperoni. Not good, gang.
All right, everyone. We're going to have to blend in. Everybody act like pizza. I'm going to act like Chicago deep dish.
I'm gonna.
I'll be the fancy pizza with mushrooms on it.
I see.
Lies on the ground and says, "I'm not really pizza. I'm some dumb thing a guy from Chicago made up." Ah!
Yeah, Teddy, it's like a soup. I noticed one of the seagulls eating pizza. From the blurb, and thank you for the gift subs as well.
Watching Watchers and Bemmy Badger, thank you so much for this.
Yeah, I see one of the seagulls eating a piece of pizza, and I'm trying to get it to switch to a hamburger that I have. I'm like, come on, just try it. It's good.
It like at you. It like fully like unhinges its jaw. And snaps
Jesus
at you.
Christ, these birds are crazy.
Gene's gonna just trust his childlike speed and dart across the alley, the street.
Okay, great. Let's see. If you give me a dex check and succeed, let's call it 14 DC. I will let you get across the street quickly.
Okay, cool. Here we go. Checking my dex now. Boom. No.
Gene, you're gonna get stuck in the middle here, and you like manage to trip over something and spill into the streets. A whole bunch of garlic knots from earlier scattering all over the place.
Linda turns to Bobby and Teddy, not seeing Gene's already started to run. It's just like, okay, so what's the plan?
Oh, Gene.
And these hordes of pizza monsters are now beginning to close in on you. What does everyone else do?
Gene's down, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I forgot. You go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Bobby. I'll wait for you to do something.
Teddy,
do something after
Teddy,
you.
it's blank up here. I don't.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna Teddy's going to roll a charisma check to see if I can convince them that I'm Chicago deep dish pizza and see if it's Gene.
I think that's great. I think if you roll a 13 or higher, I think that'll work.
Okay, here we go. Rolling the bones.
I say to Linda quietly, I'm like, I don't think those two types of pizza would even be friends.
I got a 7.
Teddy, what I need to know is what happens when this does not work?
Oh god. So Teddy goes across the street and says, "Hey, I'm from Chicago, Mamma Mia! I'm walking here." And then he's like, "Oh no, wait, that's New York." And then I don't know whether it worked or not, but he's convinced that he failed. So then he just jumps up and starts running towards Gene.
All right, Linda. She's like, Linda, do you have all your Ranger stuff? Because this is just happening now. The plan is, I think that this is happening.
Okay, I mean, no plan's a kind of plan, I suppose. And I just start running also. I run and I kind of willfully trip where everyone else has fallen.
I just like sigh deeply and I leave the hamburger next to the seagull and I like wipe my hands on my apron. I'm like, It's just why would a bird doesn't even know what it's missing.
It does. As you like turn your back and make your way into the street, the bird does greedily and happily swallow up the burgers.
Do I see it?
No.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Okay, so Bob, so Linda, you are also kind of in the fray in between the two mobs?
You bet.
All right, Bob, what's your move?
I'm checking my burger inventory.
I will also say the front doors are visible of the tower from where you are like laying on the ground.
Can I eat my what? Okay, so do I have all these burgers, or what burgers do I have on me?
You have all of those burgers listed.
Okay, I would like to eat a grow burger.
Please describe what happens when you eat the grow burger.
I'm like all right, just Gene, stay back, and I kind of eat the burger, and it's not very good because this one has a lot of magic in it, and the magic doesn't taste good. Like the magic burgers do not taste good. That's just part of it. And I'm like, oh, and then I was like, oh god, and then I just kind of like, there's like no, like it's so anticlimactic because it's Bob's personality that there's no like growing and swelling. I'm just like, oh, and then I just like pop 3 times as big, and I'm like, oh Jesus. And then
can I nominate that this is called the Bob Gets Big Boy Burger?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Uh-huh. Here's actually
I
a
still
question.
don't get that, so let's call it Bob's Biggers.
No!
Fair enough. Tony makes a good
I
point.
said it louder than you.
How big am I? All right, it says triple my height and my weight. So what's Bob's height? What do we think about a 5'11"? He seems like a 5'11" man.
5'11", yeah.
So he's about what? Math.
1533.
It's about 17 feet tall, right?
Beautiful.
Can I scoop up these guys in the palm of my hand like the Iron Giant?
I think that makes sense. Let's make a dex check with advantage to scoop them up before the hordes seize them.
Because I could drop you guys at the top. We could skip a lot of this.
This isn't any percentage speed run of the
Yeah.
Burgers D&D module. We're using the Bob
Gene.
Big Boy exploit to get straight to the end boss.
Gene, if you look at the correct angle, you can clip right through the tower. Just push in. The collision is not great. All right, so this is a dex check, D20.
Press.
All right, my dexterity is okay. We'll see.
Wow. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, you crushed us.
Yeah, I probably did. Oopsies.
So here's what's going to happen. The two mobs converge on Teddy, Gene, and Linda in the middle of the street. And I'm going to make some attack rolls real fast. Let's see.
Jesus.
no.
Okay, Gene, that is a 22 versus your defense, which I assume is going to hit.
Yeah, it does.
That's
And
also a
Trash can
lot.
shield does not stand up to that.
you take a good old 7 damage from that hit. A hit is
Ugh.
coming for Linda. It's all just a bunch of like gooey, melted, cheesy hands grasping at you, trying to like pull you apart.
That's what's happened to
That's
me too. There's too much grease on the street, so my hands are all greased up.
Linda,
This
that's
is
a
why you have a
13.
burger, not pizza.
Yeah, like I need some sort of giant paper towel. Linda, tissues?
Linda, a 13 versus your AC.
It's a 14.
Okay. Luckily, it doesn't do any damage to you. It just
I
smears
just like
grease
dry
all
heat
over
it.
you. Yeah. Teddy, a set of hands are coming grasping at you. That's a 20, my dude, not a nat.
Uh-oh.
It's a dirty 20.
I'm AC 15, so yes, that definitely connects.
Yeah, dude. So you're gonna take 5 damage. Not that
Ooh.
bad, but still hurts. What's it like getting grasped at by pizza hands?
It's, Teddy harbors a secret love of pizza, and so it's kind of like his own repression is coming back to haunt him. Like, and so he feels both like it's velvety, cheesy embrace, but then also like a sense of self-loathing.
Teddy, you
It's delicious and terrible, just like Papa John's.
The pizza monsters appear to be people across the wharf who have eaten the pizza. Why do you think you're not one of them?
That's a very good question. It's because I think it might have been when I freaked out and vomited in the restaurant earlier. Once again,
Teddy,
my evolved instinct to vomit in times of danger, I think it might have saved me a little bit.
Wait, Teddy, you
Linda
didn't
hears about
go to the
vomiting and dry
bathroom.
heaves again.
Yeah, Teddy, you didn't go to the bathroom. Where did you vomit in the restaurant?
Don't worry about it, Bob. Don't worry about it. It was right before we went outside. I tried to aim for the back of the room, like in the corner.
Yeah,
it's in the corner.
Teddy, I'm not worried about when it happened. I'm worried about where it happened.
Bob,
It's around. You'll find it.
Bob, while you like slip on the grease and like drop your family and friend Teddy down on the ground, allowing them to get swarmed by these people, the seagulls unhinge their jaws and swoop in on you.
Why do they love pizza so much? Things love it.
Let's see. It is a 10 and a 13 versus your defense.
My AC is 13, so neither hits.
So that one will hit. One seagull will unhinge its jaw and sink its teeth into you, dealing 7 damage.
Hold on, its teeth, Brian?
Yes, through its thing-like John Carpenter's The Thing-like mutation, it has grown teeth in its beak.
Okay, bird teeth. That's not
bird
great.
teeth.
All right, so it bites me. How much damage does it do? Oh my goodness
7.
gracious.
I've already taken out of your guy.
The other one, I pulled my spatula back and then let go and pinged it straight into a wall, and it blew up.
All right, gang. It is your guys' turn. What do you do?
So
Teddy...
these are...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
These are like... do these pizza monsters have recognizable features of our neighbors?
You can see Mort from the funeral home next door, just with cheese bubbles in his skin and like a melting flesh. Who are other Bobs? The old couple who own the craft store.
One rollerblades on it. Jeez.
Jean's gonna yell to everyone, "Don't hurt them! There's a chance for redemption." I hope that's true for me too, because I'm just discovering my sexuality and I've been doing some questionable things. And then he like runs for the pizza. He's gonna run for the pizza, back of the pizza tower, or maybe just the front
pagoda.
doors. Brian, I hate to ask this, but I must. Do the doors look locked?
Yeah. What's the locked look?
The doors look pretty fortified.
Okay, I'm gonna go around to the back and try and get in the garlic knot door, which I did spell wrong earlier. And also did... Anyways, it's fine.
You're running to the Naruto music if you're curious.
Tell you what, make a dex check. DC 13, if you fail, you'll take a couple damage from like grasping hands. But if not, you will make it down the alley to the back door.
Okay, here we go. I got a 6.
Oh,
My dexterity is
Carolyn.
-1.
So you do manage to hoof it, but how do you still get grabbed and attacked by a... You still make it, but along the way, you take some damage.
The guy with the rollerblades is just like flailing his pizza cheesy tentacles and cuts me across the forehead. And just like in the last episode when I was pretending to be a grown-up, or maybe that was the first one, and had like a scar as an older grown-up, I have that scar now.
Yeah.
Ooh, Linda says,
no!
I guess they call them blades for a reason. And then I suddenly become very concerned for my kid.
Yeah. If your fate is to turn out like what you turned into, what you thought an old man was, I would love to see that life story. Because weren't you like a monk who raced horses? It was like insane. At a Friar Tuck haircut.
Are in town.
I'm also concerned for Gene.
If you're joining us for the first time this week, you can learn all about that in our previous episode, which is available on our YouTube.
True. I see Gene and I'm like concerned, and I was like, how is he rollerblading through this? I mean,
he's so graceful. He's got your athletic grace, Bob.
Yeah,
he inherited it from you.
It's like a pebble will wreck you on those things. How is he with the grease? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Who's next?
I guess I'll try. I don't know
you
if
were
it's me.
saying that the roller skating guy was being graceful. Not you. No, your son is terrible. Your son's terrible at running.
Yeah,
Just like
Teddy,
you.
it's
I was
like-
trying to flatter you. I got confused. There's a lot going on right now.
Can I try to I just want to try to swat the seagull like a mosquito that's biting me.
Great. Go for it. Make an attack roll.
Okie dokie. Let's see. 16.
How do you splatter it?
Just like a mosquito. Just like, Jesus. And there's like seagull stuff all over my hand, and I'm like, oh, God.
But like mutant pizza seagull stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you see the burger inside of it?
Oh, I see
No,
a little.
it was the other one.
Oh, it was the other one.
Yes,
I'll never know. I'll never know. I see a bun. I see a bun on my hand, a tiny bun. They're like, no, he liked it.
I feel like a perception check would tell you that the burger is like not on the ground anymore. So like you could infer that it's been eaten.
But I'm so big now. My eyes are
so big.
huge.
That's actually a good point. If your eye gets huge when you become a giant, like how does that affect your vision? Is it harder for you to see stuff on the ground?
Everybody
I
looks
guess-
like
Whoa.
ants. That's the well documented
really?
thing, right? Doesn't it, like everybody looks like ants from up here?
I guess that's
That's
true.
what they say when they get big. And all those shows that I watch where people get big. That's the only kind of show I watch.
Get Big coming this
Eli's
fall
first
on
question.
NBC.
You know, hey, you guys watch Keenan on NBC this week? I don't know. Does he get big in it?
Yeah, I don't know. Does anybody get big? Yeah, like-
I would believe that in an episode of Keenan, he would get big in it.
I don't know why Keenan was the first show that came.
What
out.
is
You
Keenan?
guys watching Call Me Cat?
Brian, Linda runs after Eugene. Eugene. Regular Gene.
Great. Linda, go ahead and make a dex check for me.
Okay, here we go. Pressing the button. That's a mighty 2.
Linda, kind of the same. You managed to make it back there, but not without taking some damage. What happens to you?
I think that Mort just Mort's onto me, and I'm just like, dead cheese. Mortadella. That's not cheese. That's meat. I'm trying to make jokes still.
How long?
Teddy, what's
How
sorry.
long does my grow burger last? And do I choose when it ends?
I would say for the remainder of this encounter,
Okay.
this scene,
If your grow burger lasts more than 4 hours, seek medical attention.
it can be pretty dangerous.
See a fry cook.
It's funny, but like it's not funny.
Mm.
Teddy, what's your move, man?
Teddy is going to grab a giant piece of pepperoni off the ground and like use it as a skateboard / surfboard, a la Legolas in Lord of the Rings, to sort of like slide his way across the street, inspired by all of the rollerblading going on earlier.
I'm inspired by
Please,
Legolas.
please make a dex roll for me. I want you to eat shit so bad.
Dude.
I am tempting fate here.
Legolas's
Let's-
dexterity has to be off the charts. He's got to have
Off
1
the
billion.
charts.
Oh,
Off the charts.
I got a 16.
Teddy, what is uncharacteristically badass? Give me the most badass thing you can think of.
Teddy sings the music from Lord of the Rings. He goes, da-dum, dum, da-da-da. Bobby, check it out. I'm skateboarding like that beautiful elf. And then he does a running start and lands on the pepperoni. I feel so alive, Bob. I'm free. I'm free at last.
So he is a good-looking man.
Bobby, I have to tell you something. I love pizza. I ate pizza earlier. In case you die, I just want to be truthful with you. I just feel pizza makes me feel alive in a way that burgers don't. I can't hide it anymore. I'm sorry.
Wow, Teddy, some of that was meaner than I knew you ate pizza, but now some of the reasoning you gave me did hurt my feelings. I didn't really
Have you
care
ever thought
before.
about making a pizza burger? We'll talk about it later. We got important stuff.
I've
going
already
on.
explained this to you, Teddy. It's the same stuff in a different shape. A pizza burger
Shape
is a...
matters. Form is function.
How would I put it? A pizza burger. So what is it, Teddy? It's tomato and cheese and bread. It's the same thing.
That's all great stuff on a burger, but then you put pepperonis in
But
there.
that's already a burger, Teddy.
You're the artist. I don't want to tell you what to do.
This scene is like intercut with him still on the board going.
Yeah.
It's like, way
It's
too
taken him
long
20
for,
minutes to
like,
get across
12
the
feet
street.
that he's going.
Yeah. And you may have to turn on 3D dice to suck all the fun out of the fun balloon. I'm not sure people can see your
In the
roll.
meantime, Linda's clapping like, "Yay, we have an athletics on."
Yeah, Will, if you hit the little gear icon on Roll20, that'll bring you to the settings. You can find there should be a checkbox that says enable 3D dice and automatically roll 3D dice.
All right.
And for all of you rolling along at home, you can check those settings too and roll every time that we make a roll, and it won't matter, but you still can.
And if you have real dice, they're already 3D. Great news for you. They exist in 3 dimensions. Yeah.
I like that you chose a 5 and a 16 as your fake rolls.
Very reasonable.
Reel him in with some normal rolls first before you start spending the 20s on him.
20.
I thought you guys played Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, I'm just like, all right, Linda, Gene, follow Teddy's trail of grease. Follow his little, because he's like kind of, it's like when you sled, it packs the snow down, so it's a little safer. It's like, follow Teddy. We're going back to the original plan versus the plan there was no plan, which is a bad plan. That yelling as Bob does hurt my throat. My God, H. John Benjamin, how do you do it?
The raspier your voice gets, the more you will sound like H. John Benjamin. So it works out.
It's all it'll all work out just fine.
So Bob, your family seems to have safely made their way into the alley behind the tower. Safely as could be reasonably expected given the circumstances. You were still big and could probably easily step over these mobs. What do you do?
I just kind of, I think the encounter sort of ending. So am I shrinking?
It doesn't have to. You don't, basically, while we're on this map, you can be big.
All right. Well, I don't even know if I fit in the alley. So I'm like, all right, you guys start planning. I'm going to wait to get small, I guess. I don't fit back there. I'll plug up the alley. You guys are safe. I'll just put my foot in the alley in the front so nothing can get in.
The moms are like,
and it's like biting my foot a lot, and I'm like, ow. It's all right. I'm fine. Just try to figure out how to. Oh, bit me right on my hangnail, Linda.
I told you should have clipped that.
I can't clip it.
Well, it's getting clipped now for you.
Linda, it's dug in too deep to clip. It's part of the toe now.
I told you I would block out an afternoon and I would help you.
Well, I don't have an afternoon because I'm a business owner, Linda.
You gotta make time.
Behind the alley, we have what Gene has affectionately titled the Garlic Nut Door, which of course just is the back exit to Jimmy Pesto's.
Gandalf, what's the Elvish word for garlic nut?
Gandalf the garlic.
Speak Mamma Mia and enter.
Gene does that. He knows that because he's a wizard, he thinks about it for a while, and then he learns the Italian word for friend. So he's like, amici, and then they enter.
There is just a handle.
He does that just for funsies and then opens the handle that he knows is not locked.
And you step into the darkness. Bob, I assume you shrink down and join them?
Yeah, I'm like trying to kick everything off my foot as I'm shrinking and like running after them. And I also see
Bob up and she's like, I think you're actually a little shorter now. Bobby, I think you lost an inch.
Yeah, you look a little short, Bobby.
It's this the compression on my spine from being so big. It's like when people go to space, Linda. I'm different now.
Also, you're missing a little more hair. I think it's thinning out in the back just a little.
I mean, Linda.
I'm kidding. That's been there.
Yeah, I know.
Gene goes, bald is beautiful, Dad, and does a little dance to cheer him up.
Gene. It's like, you don't want to wish this on yourself.
So you find yourselves coming out, coming in through the back way into the Jimmy Pesto's dining room. It looks recognizably like the restaurant, except all of the walls are, pardon me, seemingly made of like a melting gross cheese.
That would track, yeah.
There are also pools of molten cheese and pasta sauce on the ground, including by what is presumably the door to the kitchen, which is the only like noticeable exit from the place, from this room, aside from the front door where I thought you were all going to come in.
And roll with the punches.
Yeah. I'm like, Teddy, how different is it? I don't come in here. Is this different?
I don't come in here either, Bob. What are you talking about?
Teddy, you did you kind of confessed to me. You had like a moment. I think you had a little bit of a...
It looks nice in here. You know, usually they clean up a little bit more. There's a jukebox in the corner. But yeah, I think the kitchen's back there. That's where they throw out the old pizza. So yeah, I think maybe we can go that way.
It's also notable that standing on the bar and over here and on one of the dining room tables, which now seems more like it's built within the like structure itself. Some real like annihilation type shit happening here. But pizza. But standing on the table and standing on the bar are a mutated pizza Andy and Ollie, Jimmy Pesto's young children,
I love
twins.
those guys.
They have turned to pizza and they are like pulling cheese from their body and throwing it at each other, just like, I want Andy's cheese. I want Ollie's cheese.
Oh no.
Well, at least I go. Well, at least they're the same. They're immune somehow. I love those guys. They're gonna be such weird adults. That's my favorite part.
Time to deliver a pizza.
But they do not currently notice you.
Sneak past them pretty easily.
Yeah, Gene wants to sneak. Gene's actually pretty frozen and is just looking to his parents to know what to do.
It's like
follow me like this. Ha ta ta. I do like a little ha cha cha kind of noise as I sneak performatively through the cheese, hiding behind.
Well, the problem is this bubbling, boiling cheese will definitely cause some damage if you.
Yeah, I'm talking about going the long way around. Obviously, Brian.
What's the long way, dude? The door is here.
Tony's not. Tony's decision was not to walk into the obstacles. He's changing it.
I'm just making sure that's
Brian,
clear.
I chose to win, and I'm hearing no.
I feel like, does Linda do like a little Coyote Ugly across the bar over here?
Yeah. She's
mozzarella.
I'm like, oh, she's gone full Piper Parabo. Gene, you're not allowed to know who that is yet.
I don't. Carolyn doesn't either.
Is there a painting of old Italia that we could pry from the wall and use as a bridge across the cheese?
That is a
There's
great
gotta
idea.
be.
There definitely is. It's somehow been like warped by the mutation. So it's old Italia, but a melting, horrible, demonic version of it.
Oh, like the picture.
And also Tony Soprano's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It is a pizza restaurant illustration after all. All the good guys are there.
Yeah, they've got all the pictures of them with different, like, kind of like B-list celebrities.
Fucking Scarface is there for
Scarface
is that Ray
famously
Liotta?
not Italian is in there.
Jesus, is there any Italian restaurant Ray Liotta hasn't been to? Do they just sell these? Is it a Photoshop thing?
You said Ray Liotta, but I thought you said, is that really Yoda?
Oh yeah, Yoda? Wait a minute, Yoda didn't get... There's a picture of Yoda like getting pizza at Jimmy Pesto.
Always wanted to be a gangster. I have.
And I'm like, okay, well that one's definitely not real. That would be so funny if you went to a pizzeria and they have one of those that was like the owner with Yoda. Like, what are you trying to do? Clearly Yoda hasn't been here.
Gene sees Linda trying to take this painting off the wall and gives her a hand to bridge the molten cheese.
Great. So as you guys are like, you're making the bridge over the cheese, Andy and Ollie are like looking over, it's like, what are you doing? They say it in unison.
Your mic it was like, oh, something loud must be happening. Cut you out.
Say something loud at us.
Yeah.
A weird, horrible, distorted version of what are you doing?
Gene is friends with these guys, kind of. Friends in the way that you're friends with your neighbors.
We'll talk about that
Kevin,
later, Gene. We have to get you some better friends.
And he says to them, hey guys, we're just trying to go we're going to make you sandwiches right now. It's a special promotion day. We're doing a cross restaurant swap along. We're gonna go
Don't-
make you sandwiches, and we'll be right back.
Don't say sandwiches, Gene. You gotta say pizza.
Pizza.
Gene,
Nice.
your friends is so cool. It's so cool having an older brother with cool friends. Hey, I'm Gene's younger brother, Teddy. Nice to meet you.
Teddy,
This is boring.
He's making friends already.
This is boring. I want Andy's pizza. I want Ollie's pizza. And they proceed to keep
they're gonna
playing.
eat each other.
It seems to be they might be.
Ugh. There
Gene,
is some
you're
annihilation shit
not
going
allowed to
on.
be friends with them anymore. Even after the pizza thing.
Bobby, stop
Try
embarrassing
and-
us in front of our friends. Come on.
Teddy, you
Yeah,
can't
Dad,
be.
me and my cool brother are thinking about cool plans.
Teddy, you
You guys
shouldn't.
want to play Fortnite?
Teddy, you shouldn't even be friends with cool 14-year-olds. Just avoid the whole age. All right, well,
okay,
they're
great.
preoccupied. Good, cool
Great.
with us.
So you managed to make your way over the Molten Pizza Bridge.
We color it with a little song montage. Something like Mozzarella from Hella or something. I don't know.
Is Teddy acting out?
Tony,
Like a
Te-
bridge over a troubled pizza. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Is Teddy now acting out the scene where the Balrog gets kicked into the? He's just acting out different Lord of the Rings scenes that fit.
This pizza is beyond any of you.
Teddy.
It's like quietly humming the theme as we're trying to like be sneaky about it. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, Teddy, you can keep
fly,
humming
you
that. But
belchers, fly.
I just want to establish I'm Aragorn. All right, I have the stubble. I'm Aragorn.
You're
Good
a
news,
Denethor at
because
best.
I'm Arwen.
Gene, you can't be Harwin.
He uses his goo powers to like make long hair. He's like, I'm 2,000 years old.
Gene, be Gimli. Everyone wants to be Gimli.
Let him be Arwen. He's a good Arwen. Look at Sarah.
I choose a mortal life.
I'm Gimli. And my axe. I like just pick up the closest thing to me. And I just keep saying, my axe.
All right, as long as I'm Aragorn. Teddy, you're still Legolas.
I'm still Legolas. He's my favorite. The elf, the beautiful elf.
So we find ourselves in Jimmy Pesto's kitchen, which Bob, it's nicer and more fully featured than your kitchen.
I mean,
even
for
in
sure.
its like post-annihilation pizza state.
Yeah. Good.
It's
even with-
cleaner than your kitchen too somehow.
They get some kind of. Yeah. Do they get like some sort of pizza tax credit? Does Italy give them money?
Hiding.
The earned pizza tax credit.
Yeah. That's what the Neapolitan
we did establish
DOC
in our
does.
Sopranos campaign that even though we're in a like fictional TV reality in Ketchel City, that Italy just regular exists.
Yeah.
Yes.
This place
Yes.
definitely pays protection money to the Soprano family.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also Italy kind of bridges the gap between our world and the TV&D universe.
Yes, true.
It's what we
But-
call a thin place.
A thin crust place.
So,
Everyone is saying Gene is Gollum.
Gula.
Gene, you might be Gollum.
Oh, Gene looks down at all the cheese around him and goes, "My precious," and then like sinks to all fours.
Cast
alright.
it into
Again,
the
rips off
fryer.
his shirt and
He like
pants.
bites into a raw fish from the freezer.
Will,
Oh.
did you say cast it into the fryer?
No, I
we
said
got
Very
a
good.
gang.
yeah.
And a half hour to
There's
do
only
it.
one Lord of the Onion Rings, and he does not share power.
Okay, motion to have Will be our new cast member who comes on every show.
and only the rest of TV&D is Lord of the Rings. We're just playing Lord of the Rings now.
It's just this episode
Yeah.
for now on.
Watch the cast of your favorite TV shows play Lord of the Rings.
Be Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So we find ourselves in Jimmy Pesto's kitchen. You're wading through a pool of melting piece of cheese in a annihilation-like version of Jimmy Pesto's kitchen. You got a oven over here, or like a stovetop over here. You have a circle over here that's metal. You have a prep table and a pizza oven.
This is
over
nice.
here, like total brick oven. It's very nice. It's very spacious. You can fit like a couple of employees in here. But also under the prep table is a unchanged Jimmy Jr. and he's like knees to his chest, arms wrapped around, cradling back and forth, clearly a little broken by this whole experience, just shouting at the top of his lungs, "You must become your pizza! You must become your pizza!"
Well, Linda, it's that little kid that Tina keeps writing poems about.
Oh, Jimmy
my God.
Jr.
Bobby, it's a cool teenager. You were right. I can't handle this. I'm freaking out.
Teddy, like you're in control here. I don't know what to tell you.
Teddy takes his hat off and like rubs his balding hair back to look younger and cooler. And then,
Linda like kind of nudges his back, like, go introduce yourself.
What do kids do? Do they still wear big Jinko jeans? What do they? I don't have my Jinkos. I forgot my Jinkos at home. Hey, Jimmy Jr., do you like Pokemon? I like Pokemon.
I think they do. I'm like, I think they do still like Pokemon. I think that's still around.
Jimmy Jr. just like looks at you, Teddy, just fear and like clearly broken eyes pointing back towards the pizza oven. You must become your pizza.
I mean, if he says it's the thing to do, then I guess I got to do it to be cool. And then Teddy starts heading towards the pizza oven.
Wait, Teddy, what do you think you're supposed to
Brothers
do?
forever, and Gene goes and follows him.
Wait, no. Bob's right. Peer pressure is wrong. This is, I don't know. I'm an adult. Okay,
I was
Bobby,
just,
what should we do?
Teddy, I was just worried that you were going to jump into the pizza oven.
I was, Bob. I was. I don't know who I am anymore.
He's too upset to dance. The verse is saying he should be dancing. I don't know. It'd be a very upset
Gene's
dance.
gonna go investigate the pizza oven.
I'll try to calm Jimmy Jr. down. Can I give him a sleep slider?
Yes, you may, and he eats it happily and is like a little like zenned out.
Yeah. I have heel burgers.
13-year-olds.
I have heel burgers, but I don't know if those are mental. Like, it's like, are these? I mean, yes, they heal HP, but do they heal? Are they Zoloft also? Are they Xanax?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, burgers are comfort food, so maybe I feel like I'm psychologically comforted when I eat a hamburger.
Yeah.
I give it to. When you eat a cheeseburger, the same amount of endorphins are released into your brain as when you orgasm.
Well, I've never done either,
science.
so wouldn't know.
Nice. Eli the Chase.
Yeah. I was about to say, I don't think I'm even allowed to say on Twitch. Good. Yeah, so like I give the little sleep slider to Jimmy Jr., but then I'm also like, how was it? Dude, it's better than the pizza, right? It's a better shape. It's nice to have it stacked.
I didn't turn my family into monsters.
Yeah, that's a good start.
That's really important to me right now.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's
How did you not turn into pizza?
I don't know. Kind of looks over at Gene. Gene.
Why are you looking at Gene?
Gene, what are you doing right now?
Gene's like poking into the oven, just like sticking his head into the space. He's not touching it, but he's just looking and investigating.
Gene, if you put your head into the pizza oven, which I don't recommend anyone does, you do see very clear molten cheese stairwell leading down.
Oh, God. Well, that seems bad.
Gene goes, I don't see any other way out, guys. We gotta go down this cheese stairs over here.
Isn't that like hurt? Doesn't that hurt though? Like I thought it was like an obstacle. Are we gonna melt our feet?
No, only the melted cheese is an obstacle, Bobby. Normal cheese is just delicious. Which you would know if you put pizza cheese on your burger.
What is pizza cheese, Teddy? There's all sorts of cheese. Mozzarella? You're talking about mozzarella. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why is mozzarella pizza cheese? They don't get to call cheeses. When I put American cheese, I don't say it's hamburger cheese. It's cheese. Cheese is for the people.
It's called cheeseburger pizza, Bob. They've learned. Why can't you?
Because that's just proof that they stole it all from me. They make cheeseburger pizza because they need to compete with me. I don't need to compete with them, Teddy.
It's not about competing. It's about commingling. It's about collaborating. I'll forget it. And then Teddy, I don't even want to talk to you anymore. And he starts stomping towards the oven.
Go, Teddy. Sled down the stairs like Legolas, the beautiful elf. The reality is neither of us could have those luxurious braids, Teddy. You and me both know it.
Teddy's just plugging his ears and going la 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 la, and then he descends the stairs.
Great. So
I just
Teddy,
go, parenting is so hard.
He'll come around.
Teddy squeezes his way into the giant pizza oven and makes his way down the stairs and into the darkness. What do the rest? Do the rest of you join him?
Yeah, Gene's gonna follow him. He goes, "My younger brother's so brave," and then follows him down.
Now, Linda wants to see, Brian, what you plan for the 20 stories of this tower that you designed, and is going to go. No, I'll go down the stairs.
I opened the door.
No. Let me put it this way: if you went up the tower, it would be the same thing. If you went down, there are rooms in this tower. Don't matter where they are.
Yeah, is there any like stuff around here that seems helpful? I'll do a quick check before I go in there.
Let's see. Make a perception check for me.
Okay, I don't know what my wisdom is. 11 plus. Oh, I'm pretty wise. So 13 altogether.
Okay, so Bob, sitting on the prep table is a set of Jimmy Pesto's famous zucchini fritters, which would heal you 1d10 HP, and you are hurting a little bit.
I just say, just make fries, and I don't eat it. Everything has to be so complicated.
All right, so do you descend the stairs?
Yeah.
Great.
Nasty ass zucchini fritters. Get out of here.
All right. So, sorry, just doing a couple of things on my end.
Brian is filing his taxes.
What is it? 4th edition? Ha cha cha. That was a joke for 3 people.
If there's a place to make a D&D joke, it's definitely here.
It should be. It should be. Okay, so you make your way down these mozzarella melting cheese stairs into a strange dark temple of melting pizza. And let's see, there are a couple of statues over in the corner over here depicting like strange there's a woman holding a bowl of pasta. There is a Tony Soprano looking motherfucker with some gabagool.
Your knowledge of the Italian culture is impressive, Brian.
Thank you. It should be.
Yes, Trizia, it does look like a uterus. We're all not saying it. That's Brian's drawings. We just do. It's a Rorschach. How do you say it? I don't remember.
Rorschach?
I'm leaning.
I believe
Rorschach is a little old roar where we can.
Rorschach was actually the therapist for the Street Sharks. Was Rorschach?
Yeah.
You can go ahead. And,
he has his own problems. I've seen his movie.
Y'all can go ahead and watch the prep stream on our YouTube channel where we prepped literally this adventure live, where I really leaned into the metaphor of the uteral layout of this property. Okay. But most importantly, aside from the statues, aside from the vaguely uterus shape, maybe indicating the birth of a new god in this world, I don't know. There is you guys remember the end of Akira? Where Tetsuo is like a giant horrible mass slowly growing. That's Jimmy Pesto.
And those old babies are there.
Yes. But it's Jimmy Pesto as a giant amorphous mass.
Or Pestuo, as he's known now.
Yeah.
Pestuo!
His his like torso, arms, head are still him, but they're all like now of a vague yellow tint. And he's naked. And like past his torso is just now this amorphous blob, which also has eyes and a terrible like John Carpenter's thing like mouth, which seems to be in charge. Jimmy Pesto is just sentient and attached to it. He sees you, Bob, from across the room. He's like, Bob, help me! You gotta help me! Oh God! What do you do?
I'm thinking about it for a long time.
Gene looks at his dad and just uses his wild child's eyes to try and persuade him to do the right thing.
Linda's going, Bob, 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 and I like stomp on your hangnail that you've been complaining about.
Oh, gee, it like cripples me. Like you stomp harder than you thought you would, and it's worse than you think it is. So like, Jesus Christ! Oh, Linda, fuck! Oh,
Bobby's down.
God.
Bobby's down. I'll step up. I'm the new father and the new husband. I'm the new pater familias. To war!
I was okay with you being my new child, but I don't know about my new husband quite yet.
I'm trying to remember what they did.
Give it time, Linda.
Gene rushes over to Teddy and hugs him and goes, I love you, Dad.
I love
Gene,
you
that's
too,
not helping.
brother, son. What does that mean? I'm your uncle?
Son.
That's what I was before. Ah, jeez.
Do we just have to pry him out of the cheese? I guess I'm saying that to the party.
Let's see. Teddy, could you make a wisdom check for me? This is generally as a cleric, your knowledge of eldritch deities and the like.
Yes, I shall. Wisdom. Hold on. Rolling a 20. That's a 4.
All right.
Wait, a 4 plus
no,
4?
the 11. The
so
11
an 8.
was, I
Oh,
see
is it
the
a glitch?
11 first.
Oh, was there
we glitched out a little bit. I'm going to take the 11 first. That's
chat,
the
it's
first one listed in
first.
Roll20. Yeah.
Okay.
Watching Watchers, thanks for the gift sub to All Gold Canyon.
Yeah.
We really, really appreciate that. Let's see. So, Teddy, you tending like birthing deities into reality is a messy process, and they do tend to be vulnerable before they are fully formed in our world. And they do sort of have like a Zelda boss
Glowing red spot. Nice.
glowing red spot in their fucking mouths, and like one good shot in the mouth would stop this whole thing.
Okay, Bobby, this one time I watched a nature documentary, but I had some special brownies that a friend of mine brought over, and so this is basically what I remember.
The context is not, there's just no context for this.
It's very confusing, but it was a documentary about a calf giving birth, and it was very graphic and very scary, and I remember there being like a big glowing spot in its evil mouth, and if you punched it in the mouth, it would die. And so I think maybe that's what we should do. I think there might be a glowing spot in this hideous thing's mouth.
Oh, so, you're saying we need to feed it. I have arcane burgers, which can never miss and deal 1d4 plus 2 damage. Can I whip an arcane burger into his mouth?
Please describe. I forgot about the fucking arcane burgers.
Yeah! It's magic missile. I mean, arcane burgers.
Uteruses, Brian.
Yeah.
So, Jimmy
Oh,
Pesto
do
is
I have to make
clearly-
an attack roll? Guess not, Brian. Guess you gave me the never miss attack. Nerf me, I dare you, you fuck.
I'm not going to. Bobby, no, sorry, not Bobby. Teddy calls you Bobby. Bob, you gotta help me. You gotta help me.
I'll help
please
you.
describe killing this terrible Pestuo monster.
I pull my arcane burger out and I like sling it submarine style. When it's in the air, it's spinning so fast that the like it opens up a little bit and all the different layers are visible and then like closes back in. And it smacks it in the mouth and I jump and close the mouth, like hold it closed, and I'm like, tell me it tastes good. Tell me you like it.
Yeah, Jimmy Pesto is, which is like separate from the mouth. Jimmy Pesto's like flailing. I don't think he likes it. I don't think he likes it. And then the monster's like,
I'm like,
it's all beginning to bubble and burst and splatter.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was like, what do you taste? Tomato, bread, cheese. It's the same stuff.
The monster explodes all over the place, leaving a butt-naked Jimmy Pesto crying on the ground of this dark temple in his restaurant.
He looks like Jane.
So you have done it. You have saved the day. Slowly, everyone, like the molten cheese across the walls of this temple begin to slowly recede.
So Teddy sees the burger on the ground that Bob force fed into the thing, and it is now a burger that is covered in congealing pizza essence. And he picks it up and says, Bobby, I'm begging you, this is what I was talking about. A pizza that is a burger. Just take one bite and tell me this isn't the most delicious thing you've ever had in your life. Bobby, for me, we've been through so much. Just take one bite of the burger.
I'll like pick it up and I'm like, it's like slowly bring it up. Like, well, it does look crispy on top on the bun. I guess, there's a fresh spin on it. It's not just...
That's what I'm saying. Just try it. You know you want to try it.
And I take a bite of the burger and I'm like, Teddy, you're by far the greatest son I've ever had.
Teddy, hugs Bob.
Gene, are you
Gene
not
is
still goo?
No, Gene has since run up to go check on Jimmy Jr. He's talking it out with Jimmy Jr. and helping him like process that trauma so Gene doesn't hear this.
It's
also,
okay.
thank you DC Riley for the Prime sub. Woo!
Yeah, thank you DC Riley.
Thank you, DC Riley.
Big
whoever
fan.
that could be.
Whoever that could be.
So slowly everyone on the streets returns like to their normal state, and it's sort of like what's going on? What? The restaurant, Annie and Ollie are like becoming back to just normal little boys and just continue playing like nothing happened.
And tearing off chunks of flesh and throwing them back and forth.
And sure enough, in the basement of Bob's Burgers, as you guys bust open the door, Tina and Louise are sitting down in the basement, mostly looking up like, what was this all about?
Gene has brought Jimmy Jr. back to the restaurant to like make him some cocoa or whatever Gene thinks of as the equivalent to cocoa, which is probably just like gummy worms like heated on the stove and some water. And so he's made him that, and then he remembers Tina and Louise and goes to free them, and Tina really freezes up when she sees Jimmy Jr. But then Gene thinks that she's just traumatized, and so he makes like hot gummy worms for all of them.
Hot gummy worms.
Much pastry. Thanks. That's my brother, but
blow up his spot.
Yay, much pastry.
But let's see. Okay, so this is the what's the final shot of each of our characters for our Bob's Burgers campaign for this month? In whatever order, whoever has an idea.
I've got. I'm begrudgingly writing the whiteboard, the new special, which is the Uruk pizza pie burger.
And it just says underneath, meat's back on the menu, boys.
Yes. It says meatballs are back on the menu.
Outstanding. Teddy is going downstairs to try to hang out with his cool older brother Gene. And he says, "Tina, Louise, there's been some changes. I'm now the new favorite son and the youngest brother of the Belcher family."
Gene goes, "I hate to give it up, but I can't say you don't deserve it." And then hands you a cup of hot gummy worm water.
And then Gene slurps his gummy worm water.
It's later that night, and Bob is like collapsed, exhausted on bed, and Linda, like seen from behind, is like, "Oh, Bobby," and like the camera turns, and she's like dressed like Gimli, and like,
and I'm like, get over here, Linda. The grill burger hasn't completely worn off.
Ew.
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
And like as it's fading out, you hear Bob be like, "Can I still be Legolas?"
Gang, this was our Bob's Burgers campaign. I gotta say, hands down, it was one of my favorites we've done so far. Hey, if you just joined us for the first time this time, you can watch the full thing on all of our previous campaigns on our YouTube channel. Check that out. There's a link down below somewhere. Will, thank you so much for joining us. This was so much fun.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Y'all are great. This was a total blast. This was very, very. This is my first time doing live D&D. This was very, 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 very fun.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Will, where
Thank
can
you so much.
Yeah, plug
where
your
can we find you on
great
the internet?
stuff.
I'm on Twitter, will be Campos on Twitter, and then check out I do a show called Dungeons and Daddies, which you can find on iTunes and wherever you get your podcasts.
And it's not a
Time to
BDSM
deliver
show.
a
And it's not a
about
BDSM
fathers.
podcast. No, not most of the time.
Yeah, it was funny before we started. I was like, "You don't have. We're gonna do voices, but you don't have to do a voice." And then you just have like this exact
Flawless.
Teddy impression. Yeah.
It may have been a small reason that I picked the character.
Oh, yeah. It always is. Yeah.
Hey, Carolyn Page, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me at Jacuzzi Tubs with 2 B's. I stream variety games on Monday on Twitch at twitch.tv/Jacuzzi Tubs. And you can also watch the shit that I write and create on YouTube at Ven Download, Ven with 2 N's.
Wonderful. Tony Wilson, where are you on the internet?
You can find me Twitter at Helpful Tony, my Instagram page where I build things at Friends of the Museum. And if you're not doing anything in 4 minutes, you can see a video I directed for Lord Huron's live from Whispering Pines, which is live in your local time zone at 8 p.m. So if you're where I am, it happens in 4 minutes.
Hell yeah. Hey, Eli Uden, where are you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at Eli Uden, ELIYUDIN. You can find me on Instagram at Chili's Restaurants, or you can find me on Twitch at pig_dog. And you can listen to my podcast that I do every week with my friends Patty Moe and Kath Barbadoro. It's called What a Time to Be Alive. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts. It's on Stitcher, whatever the other ones people have are.
Overcast.
Pocket Casts. I don't know. They tweet about them when they don't work, but they all work now. Check it out.
Let's see. I'm Brian is a Goblin on Twitter, and I'm Goblin Voice on Twitch. I'll be streaming probably shortly after this, after Tony's thing, which you should definitely watch. And let's see. We're off next week. No Infinite Dungeon, no TV&D. We're gonna talk and figure out what we're gonna do next, but can't wait to find out. Guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you again to Will. This was so much fun. Hell yeah, we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Everyone.